Hello, hello, 11th Avenue. Yes! Welcome to my completely random, just popped into my head video about the Draggiest Movies. One of my biggest pleasures in life is watching drag films. And I have a couple of them that I'm going to talk about right now. When I finished watching Pageant, Netflix decided to recommend films for me, and one of them was Girls Will Be Girls, which sounded like an adult film. So I hovered over it to see what it was, and it said that all of the female characters are played by men. So I was like, let's go. And I started watching it, and one of the first characters who pops up on screen is Miss Coco Peru, who is one of my absolute favorite drag queens right now, and also one of my mother's favorite drag queens. I watched it just because Coco was in it, and I think Coco was magnificent in it. I loved her character. Essentially, it's like two old friends who are both performers, and they're living together, and they have a third roommate who they don't really like, and it's just a weird... It's so weird. It's a really weird film. I can't really describe it much else than that. There's a lot of triggers in it, so I do warn anybody who could be offended or triggered by sensitive content. There is a lot of that in it, which is one of the reasons I didn't like it that much. Like, I really, really, really loved Coco and her character, and I think that was one of the biggest redeeming qualities of that film. I know it was supposed to be really weird, but just, if you watch it, just keep in mind that it's weird. But I liked it. A film that I actually just recently watched because my mother made me watch it with her was To Wong Foo, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar. There are so many people in this movie. For one, Patrick Swayze, of course, and then Wesley Snipes, and John Leguizamo, is that how we say it? They played the three main drag queen characters, but then RuPaul was in it. Miss Coco Peru was in it. That was the selling point. When I found out she was in it, I was like, Mom, we have to watch this movie. Lady Bunny is in it for like a hot second. I feel like there are other people, but there were so many people in this movie. The whole like first like 20 minutes, I was like, oh my god, oh my god, ah! And I don't know, I liked it. I think it was funny, it was charming, it's very quotable. It had its really nice moments. I guess it was a little cliche, kind of. I don't know, but in like a cute way. Like, I would probably watch it again. The reason my mother wanted me to watch this is because she claimed that it was the exact same movie as the movie I'm going to talk about now, which is one of my all-time favorite movies, The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, which, I love this movie. I can't tell you how many times I've watched this movie. I'm probably pushing double digits, maybe more, and I don't even own the movie, so I'm not getting it illegally. It's free on Amazon Prime, so I use my mother's account. And yeah, it's about two drag queens and one trans woman who also performs as a drag queen, and they get a call to go to Alice Springs. They live in Sydney, and they get an offer to do shows in Alice Springs, and they don't really have a way to get there, so they have a giant bus, which they name Priscilla, and they all drive across Australia to get to Alice Springs, and it's one of the best movies. There's so many issues that they tackle, and it's beautifully shot, and it's funny, and it's campy, and there's lots of music, and it's really fun. I love that movie. I love it so much. So I highly, 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 highly recommend that if you have an opportunity, or even if you don't have an opportunity, make an opportunity to watch The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, because it will blow your mind. It is one of the best films, period, in my opinion, but definitely one of the greatest drag films. I can't really think of any other drag movies. Those are the 4 that popped into my head immediately. And if you have any suggestions for ones that I should watch, please leave them in the comments. If you have your own opinions about the movies that I've talked about, please leave those in the comments as well. And I don't know, have a fierce day. Bye.